Let's start in your seat, just as you are. Palms in your lap or anywhere, resting on your knees. Send your gaze down to the floor. Begin to shut your eyes if that feels comfortable and available. And allow yourself to notice all of the noises in your house, or sounds or vibrations. Maybe there's movement. Maybe you're able to recognize all the rooms in your home and what's potentially going on in each of them. Notice all the areas of your home around you where there's stillness. The furniture is still, a lamp is still, TV is still. Just noticing where there's stillness in your home. There's actually more stillness in your home than there is movement. And then coming into the room and noticing your mat, noticing yourself sitting on top of your mat, noticing your sit bones connected, the sides of your thighs, the sides of your legs, sides of your feet. Allow yourself to sit up a little bit taller. Let your belly have some extra room to take in a breath. And when you're ready, breathing in through your nose, let your belly expand outward. And as you exhale, let your belly squeeze in toward your spine. And continue to do that with intention. Breathe in, allow your belly to expand. And then exhale, squeeze it back in. And continue on inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going without my guidance. Any length of breath, short, long, what feels useful. Maybe your attention is on your belly, maybe it's on your breath. Keep me with that movement. While you're at it, allow your shoulders to relax, or your jaw, eyes, forehead. Everything is really settled, calm. Allowing your breath to fill up your body. Noticing that your physical state may seem still as you're not moving, but really there's so much movement going on in you that you can't see, but maybe you can feel the movement of your breath, the movement of your lungs, and your heart, and your blood. Everything that's making your body operate the way that it is moving. But you're still. Now, if you have a nice pace to your breath going, keep it this way and allow your attention to come to your mind. Noticing any thoughts that are ruminating, that are coming in, that are going, that are still there. Maybe pictures that you're visualizing, maybe a song in your head, a color. Just noticing what's going on in there. Sometimes it's multiple things at the same time. It's so impressive. Our minds to show us. And I invite you to notice maybe the sound of music or my voice. Find stillness in the movement of sound. Allowing yourself to only recognize one sound at a time. Maybe it's a sound that's happening outside of you. Allow your awareness to go there. And all the other sounds inside of your mind or pictures start to pause or fade away. When you're ready, a big breath in through your nose and out of your nose. And your chin down to your chest. Pull your right ear to your right shoulder. We'll begin with some neck rolls. Come back down to your chest. Roll over to your left side. Find your own pendulum style swing here as you go from right to left. Maybe really noticing the whole movement of your neck and where the sensation moves to from your left side to maybe the back of your neck, your right side, maybe down your shoulder, down your back. And then when you get to your right side one more time, stay here with your right ear towards your right shoulder. You might even drop your left arm down towards the mat. You might even bind your left arm behind your back. Adding on. You might send your gaze, turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Holding it here, take a breath. And then release your arm, your chin back, and then come over to the left side, left ear towards your left shoulder. Pausing here, you might take your right palm down towards the mat. You might bind it behind your back. You might turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Eyes are open or closed. Boy, a breath in. And a breath out. Release down. Your left palm finds the mat. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling and overhead, leaning to the left. Your bicep by your ear. Your chest pointing forward. And then begin to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Your left palm flat on the mat. Find what feels useful. Take a big breath into your chest. And then release. Other side, right palm down, left arm reaches up, bicep by your ear, leaning over to the right. Your gaze is forward, slightly down, your chest is forward. With your arms still reaching as it is, your chest starts to rotate towards the ceiling. Right palm flat on the floor. Full breath in and out. Joyous stillness here in this shape. Begin to reach out a big from all the way up. Palms are down. And inhale to lift both of your palms up. Hey, touch. And exhale, float them back down to the mat. Take it kind of slow. 2 more. Inhale, sweeping them up, kind of moving through jello. And then exhale, flip your palms all the way down. Last one, really reaching big. You're really trying to engulf something. And then exhale all the way out. Your arms come out to a T. And then crossing them in front of each other. Right arm underneath your left. Eagle your arms, cross at your wrists or your palms, your elbows up towards your shoulders. Breathe. Gaze up at your palms. Reach your palms up to the ceiling. Breathe. And then drop your elbows down in towards your belly. Let your palms float forward or fall forward. Breathe. Notice the space existing in between your shoulder blades. One more breath. And we'll release. Take a bear hug. We'll open up another time. And we'll take the other side. This time, your left arm underneath your right. Bend at your elbows. You might cross at your wrists. Maybe palms touch. And then elbows lifting up in line with your shoulders. Gaze up at your palms. Find your breath. Then reach your palms up towards the ceiling. So now your elbows want to come up in line with your chin. your face. When you're ready, elbows come down in towards your belly, round your spine slightly, and drop your palms down. Breathe. Breathe into your back. Maybe try and breathe into that space. Fill up the space between your shoulder blades. And then release. Air hug. Fine. We'll do another thing with our shoulders, but feel free to circle it out first. So this might be just shoulder circles going back, going forward. Truly, in any like or way. That's right. Interlace your fingers when you're ready. Flip your palms and press your palms forward. Drop your head down in between your palms, round your spine. Press your palms forward even more, stretching the top of your back. Biceps might be by your ears. Belly, if you look down, maybe it's sticking out because you're rounding your spine. You might even be pressing back. And inhale, lifts you up, press up towards the ceiling. We'll do that one more time. And then exhale, round your spine, press your palms forward, drop your head down in between your arms. And then inhale, come all the way up, shake it out. Working our way down into the body. This time, take your right arm up towards the sky, your palm facing towards the left, bend into your elbow, and then plant your palm down, maybe on your neck or fingertips pointing down towards your low back. From here, you'll take your left palm and you'll flip your palm. And then bend into your elbow, send your left palm to your low back, and maybe start sliding your left palm up your spine until it stops. And we're going to pull your shoulders back. Well, one day, maybe fingertips touch, or maybe they already touch. With the intention here to slide your fingertips up and down your spine and to pull your shoulders back if they're leaning forward, or pulling them back so you can let your chest expand forward. You can also do this with a towel. And then we'll stay here for about 30 seconds, breathe. If we did this every day, or if you did this every day, dramatic improvement or progression you would see where your fingers will actually start to move closer to one another over time, just depending on how your body works for you. See if you can, with intention, take about 4 big breaths into your nose, out of your nose. Holding wherever you are. Giving yourself that time and space to be in a shape. In this case, to be bound. And when you release, it's one arm at a time. Lower arm first, and then upper arm second. When you're ready, interlace your fingers, bring your arms overhead, and then release them back down, and then shake them out. Anyway, give them a rest. Forward or back. And we'll take the other side when you're ready. Left arm reaches up, your palm faces to the right, and then bend into your elbow. Your left palm comes down, into the base of your neck, and then fingertips pointing down your spine. Your fingertips can be spread wide. You can stay right here. Then we're adding on. Right arm comes out, and then flip your palm, so you're flipping your whole arm, bend into your elbow, send your right palm to your low back. You can stay right here, or maybe play with starting to slide your right palm up your spine like it wants to go to your middle back, like your fingertips want to meet each other at some point. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Wherever you find where your limit is, your right palm is not moving anymore, notice your right shoulder and let's pull it back. The chest is shining. And then notice where you feel the stretch or the opening. And if there's any sensation that does not feel comfortable, we're just going to back off with your hand a little bit. Your right palm will slide back down to your low back. or maybe come to your hip. So you'll find your range. Let's take 4 big breaths with intention. Breathing in, out, again. 2 more. Last one. Then release. Lower arm first, and then upper arm, and we'll shake it out. Bring your fingertips or fingers to interlace. Press your palms up towards the ceiling. Press, press, press your biceps, hugging your face, and then release and shake it out. Last one with the shoulders. Working on our sides now, just coming all the way down. Working our way down before we go full body. We'll take a straddle. Doesn't have to be too wide. Comfortable straddle. Arms overhead, and this time interlace all of your fingers except for your pointer finger. Get your arms nice and long. You're hugging your face. Your biceps are practically squeezing your head. Reaching up, pointing up towards the ceiling. And then start to turn your body slightly towards your right toes. Breathe in. And as you exhale, using your fingertips, your index fingers, we're going to reach down towards your right toes. Maybe you tap them. And then let's come all the way up and using our core. And then turn towards the left. When you're ready, exhale, pointing down towards your toe. And then inhale, coming up. Same thing, keep moving that way over to the right side. You're rotating your torso towards each foot and leaning down towards it and reaching up, using your sides of your body, moving with your breath. Maybe your focus is just on your breath. Maybe your focus is on your arms or your spine. Pick one. Big breath in when you come up, and then the whole thing out. Inhale. Let's come over to the right side when you're ready. All the way down. Palms come down to the earth. Release, and then allow your chest to come down towards your thigh. Reach your chest towards your toes. And send your head down towards your knee. Breathe. Allow your feet to be flexed, your toes pointing up to the ceiling. You might play with pointing your toes, get a little stretch in the top of your ankle, and then going back to the flex. I like to go in between the 2 points, flex, get a little bit of movement, maybe even add on a little circle here, and then find your way back to the flex. About 5 more breaths. See if your body wants to add more depth here. You're ready, walk yourself up. Arms reach overhead. Twist over to the left. Exhale to lean over to the left. Palms come down on either side. Same thing, belly coming down towards your thigh. Chest reaches towards your toes. Flex your toes. And then maybe same thing on here. Points, both feet. Flex. Point. Kind of noticing where the stretch goes when you point and flex. So between your ankle, back of your leg, top of your leg. Back to flexing your toes. Allow your body to settle in here. Gaze is down at your knee. Allow your body to find depth. It calls for it. A few more breaths with intention. One more. Before rising up, walk your palms through center. towards the center and pause. Palms can be shoulder width distance apart, belly hanging down in between your legs towards the earth. If you drop down to your forearms, you can use your blocks to rest your forearms on your blocks. Gaze can be down, toes are both flexed. Take 2 more breaths, breathe in and out. When you're ready, walking yourself up from here, you can bring both legs together, coming into a straight-legged forward fold, sitting up tall, your palms down by your hips, pressing your palms into the mat. Neutral spine here, your natural curve, toes pointing forward. Create some space with your feet if you need it. Make room for your belly if you need it. And then walk forward. Find your fold. Right when you feel that first sensation, and then drop your head down. Breathe into your back. See if you can really let your back expand. And as you exhale, it releases, softens. Take about 5 more breaths here. Finding stillness. Restoring our body to the state it's meant to be in. Adding some fresh oxygen to our muscles. When you're ready, you can walk yourself up. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees. Scooch your hips forward. Plant your palms behind your thighs. And then lean back. Let your right foot hover off of the mat. Dust your right foot. Leaning back. Now your left foot might already feel like it wants to hover off of the mat. Maybe you're already balancing on your tailbone, your sit bones. And then we'll switch. Left leg comes up, right foot comes down. So up to you if you're letting your right foot come down as a kickstand or if you're still letting it hover. Your knees might be apart, you might be squeezing them together. We'll switch again. Right foot comes up, left foot down. Can you pull your shoulders back, allow your chest to come forward. Again, switch, left leg up. Keep your left leg up, bring your right foot with you. Maybe feet come to touch. Palms still behind your thighs, both pose. One arm at a time. Right arm reaches out and forward, and then left arm. 3 breaths. When you're ready, release. Soles of your feet come together. Wrap your palms around your toes, interlace your fingers. Sit up tall with your spine, your arms long. Start to bend into your elbows, your belly, and your chest, your forehead come down into a fold. Allow your spine to round here. Drop your forehead down toward your toes. Feel a sensation. Tuck your chin in toward your chest. Maybe notice the sensation down your whole spine. When you're ready, rise up. And we'll come down onto your belly. So switching over to one side. I'm not going to come on my belly, but you can come all the way down onto your belly. We'll come into a couple cobras. So your legs are long, tops of your feet onto the mat, your palms right underneath your shoulders, your chin down to the mat. Take a breath out. And on your breath in, lifting your chest, press your palms into the earth, your elbows stay bent. Lifting your chest and your gaze. Squeeze your glutes and then relax them. Press your feet into the mat so much your legs are engaged. Breathe. Your gaze is slightly forward, slightly down, because your neck is long. See if you can press up like 1 more inch or 2. Breathe in and then exhale, release. Bring any ear down to the mat and then bring your arms down by your side. Your palms might be flipped up or flipped down. Up to you. You choose what feels good. Any ear down on the mat. Breathe and rest. Send some energy, some awareness if you're sending light and love down to your low back. Do this a few more times in different ways. When you're ready, bring your chin back to the mat and then your palms underneath your shoulders. We'll take an inhale and an exhale to prepare. On your inhale, lifting your chest, press your palms into the mat. Keep lifting maybe another inch this time. Your legs engaged, the tops of your feet pressing into the mat. Your chest wants to fold forward. This time your glutes relaxed. Your shoulders are pulling down your back away from your ears. 1 more breath in, press up another inch. And then exhale, release. Bring your other ear down to the mat. Release your body down to the mat. And then again, palms down by your side. Maybe they're flipped up. Eyes are shut. Breathe. Sending energy down to your low back. Your heels might even fall outward towards the outer edges of your mat. That might feel comforting with that. One more time, we'll add on a little something different. When you're ready, your chin comes down to the mat, your palms underneath your shoulders, feet pressing into the mat. Press your feet into the mat so much that your legs engage, that it feels like your knees are lifting away from the mat. Release them back down. If you choose, you can have your legs engaged just in that same manner, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Legs are engaged and straight, knees lifting off of the mat. And then press your palms into the mat. Lift your chest, lift your chin and your gaze. Beautiful cobra. Strong. Maybe extending your arms even a little bit more. 1 more breath. Staying right up here. Send your gaze over your right shoulder and then bend into your right knee. Allow your foot to lift off of the mat. And then release. Come back through center. Send your gaze over the left shoulder. Bend into your left knee. Let your left foot lift. And release down. Let's do that 1 more time. Take a break if you need it. Coming back through. Right gaze over to the right. Right foot lifting off the mat. Bend your knee. And release to the left side. Gaze over your left shoulder. Left knee bends. Left foot lifts. And release down. Release everything down. All the way down onto your belly. Any ear down onto the mat. Palms relaxed by your side anyway. Feet falling outwards to the outer edge of your mat. When you're ready, start to reach your arms overhead. They can be in a goalpost shape. You can put your palms underneath your forehead or rest. Really up to you, you decide. Bring your right ear down to the mat. And then slide your left knee up, hug the earth, bend into your left knee. Let your left hip inside soften. Stay here for about 1 minute. Enjoy a nice breath. Sending awareness to the inside of your left hip, the outside of your left hip, your left glute. Your low back is soft. Two more breaths. Chin comes back to the earth, and then your left leg comes long to meet your right, and take it to the other side. Your left ear comes down, and then right knee bends, slides open to the right. Allow the inside of your right hip to open up more, melt down to the earth. Other side, and send your awareness to the inside of your hip joint, outside of your hip joint, knee, your right foot, your low back. And allow for some softening. Truly notice anytime there's tension. And then an exhale, release tension. Doing that every time you breathe. Take 2 more breaths. And right leg comes long with your left, chin to the chest or chin down to your mat, and then palms underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up into a tabletop, and then hips all the way back to your heels. Spread your knees wide as you like, and come into a child's pose. Reach your palms forward, forehead down on the mat. Feel free to rock your forehead side to side. You can stay still here, or you can walk your palms over to the right. Start to walk your palms back through center over to the left. And palms back through center, rise up into your tabletop. Spread your fingers wide here. Tops of your toes come down to the mat here. And then pressing away from the mat, hug your belly in towards your spine and lift just your knees off of the mat. Let them hover, breathe. One more breath, and then release your knees down. Take a cow pose, round your spine. Inhale for cat. Back to neutral, press your feet and your palms into the mat. Lift your knees, take 3 breaths. And after your 3rd breath, release your knees. Take a cat pose, exhale, round your spine. Inhale, cow, lift your gaze. And exhale back to neutral. One more time, pressing your palms and toes into the mat. Lift your knees, hug them up towards your belly button. 3 breaths. Then release your knees. Cat, round your spine. Cow, arch your spine. Breathe in. And on your next exhale, send your hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. You can adjust your feet. Press your belly and your chest back toward your thighs. Ears right by your biceps and start to pedal out your legs. Melt one heel down, melt the other. Continue to breathe, pedal out your legs. Find stillness if that feels appropriate to you. Take 3 more breaths. Gaze forward and start to walk to the top of your mat. And forward fold. Plant your left palm down or find a block and inhale, reach your right arm up. Gaze is up to your right fingertips, breathe. Exhale, release, other side, right palm down, left arm reaches up. Gaze up at your left fingertips. And exhale, release down. On an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Palms over. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat spine, pause here. Reach your right arm forward. Reach your left arm forward. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. One more time like that. Inhale up halfway and hold it. Reach your right arm forward. Left arm forward. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale up all the way up to standing tall. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Weight is in your heels. Biceps by your ears. Breathe. Sit down maybe 1 more inch in your hips, like you're pulling them back towards the back of the mat. Yeah. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms. Step your left foot back. Bring it all the way down to the mat. Inhale, rise, long lunge. Bring your palms to touch. Interlace your fingers. Let your index fingers press up towards the ceiling. Hug your face and your head in between your biceps. Start to lean to the right. Inhale, rise up and lean to the left. Inhale, rise up, take a little back bend or send your gaze up to the ceiling. And then exhale, keeping your palms just as they are, we're going to shift your hips back, lengthen into your right leg, find kind of a half split shape. Begin to round into your spine and then point your fingers forward to the front of your mat. Next breath in, rise up, find your lunge, arms overhead. And then exhale, half split, round your spine, point your palms forward. 2 more. Inhale, low lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, half split, reaching and rounding forward. Last one, inhale. And exhale. This time, palms come down to either side of your leg, finding our standard half split. You might even grab your blocks. Allow your gaze to come down. Toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Allow your chest and your head to soften down towards your leg. Start to take your right palm planted to the inside of your right leg, both hands on the inside of your right leg. Start to scoot your right foot to the edge of your mat and then bend into your right knee. Plant your foot on the ground, finding your lizard lunge or runner's lunge, and allow your hips to sink forward. Maybe palms still on your blocks from here. Send your hips back, get long into your right leg once again. Now more of a wide version of your half split. Keeping your palms towards the top of your mat and pulling your hips back, so getting this lengthening in your spine as well. And then your next breath in and out, start to come back forward, bend into your right knee. Lunge. One more time like that when you're ready. Hips pull back. Palms stay right where they are. Get long in your spine. Your right leg gets long. Drop your head down. And then come back forward into your lunge. Option here to add on by bending into your left knee. Flexing your heel towards your glute. Adding a stretch into your quad, to the hips of your left side. You can keep your hips lifted. The more you sink your hips down, the more you might feel massive sensation. Just knowing that you have the strength here in your lower body to either be lifted or lowering. One more breath. And then release. Your hips come back, your right foot comes back. Release your blocks, send them to the top of your mat. Take a cow and a cat. Tuck your toes and come back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Send your gaze forward and step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Drop your left palm down, reach your right arm up, gaze up at your right fingertips. Release your right palm, switch it out, left arm comes up, gaze up at your left fingertip. Left palm comes down. When you're ready, rise all the way to standing, arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, hold it. Reach your right arm forward, reach your left arm forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing one more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway, hold it here. Right arm forward, left arm forward, breathe in, and fold. Moving on, inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale, sit into your chair. Weight is in your heels, arms by your ears. Your hips pulling back to the back of your mat. Notice your toes just lift off the mat. Breathe. Pausing here, you can stay right here. You can add on by swinging your arms back into airplane. Let your chest shine forward and then lean forward onto your toes. Lift your heels. Squeeze your knees and your inner thighs together. Find your focus in front of you. If you're still on your toes with your heels lifted, maybe you reach your arms forward, your palms facing down. This is another style of yoga. One more breath. And exhale, full, let it go. Plant your palms down, step your right foot back. Come all the way down and inhale, rise, low lunge. Palms come to touch, interlace your fingers, your index fingers up to the ceiling, squeeze your biceps to your head, and lean to the left. Rising up and lean to the right. Rising up here. Send your hips back, get long into your left leg. Start to reach your palms forward, round into your spine, biceps by your ears. On an inhale, bend into your front knee, arms come overhead. And then exhale, pulling back, half split shape, reaching and round. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Palms come down this time, find half split, maybe grab your blocks. Make any adjustments here, let your toes point up to the ceiling. The chest and your head comes down. Find a softening, allow that your upper body to get a little heavy. Allow it to not work as much. One more breath. Start to take your left palm, plant it to the inside of your left leg, both palms on the inside of your left leg. Scoot your left foot out to the edge of your mat, bend into your left knee, plant your foot, start to walk your palms forward, maybe sink your hips down as you lunge. Always remember here, you don't have to sink your hips down so much. They can stay lifted. That's using the strength in your low back and your hips. You can kind of move in between the two as well to find what you need. When you're ready, you'll pull your hips back, get your left leg long, toes point up like a wide angle half split, keeping your palms towards the top of your mat. Get long in your spine. Drop your forehead down. Next inhale, come forward back into your big lunge. Find where your hips would like to be. Start to send your hips back once again, long into your left leg. Palms stay where they are. Drop your head. Continue to breathe. Big breath. Back into your lizard lunge, forward. Adding on here only if you like, bending into your right knee, flex your heel towards your glute. Maybe finding sensation top of your right quad. Again, if your hips are really sinking down, you might feel a major stretch, so maybe you're kind of lifting them out. To explore blocks here for support. Breathe. And release. Your hips start to come all the way back. Send your left foot back. Let go of your blocks. Palms down on the mat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Tuck your toes and find a downward facing dog. Breathe. Let your heels sink down. Heels sink down to the mat. Start to gaze forward, and when you're ready, walk. Big, wide walk to the top of your mat. Your feet as wide as your mat, toes pointing out slightly. Start to bend heavy into your knees and squat down into a yogi squat. Malasana, you might even take a block or two and sit on the block or both blocks or 3. Let you find your way. Palms come to your heart space, your elbows pressing into the inside edges of your knees and your thighs, pressing them out away from each other. Your tailbone, your root pointing down into the earth, the top of your head pointing up into the sky. Imagining one line of energy. A full breath in. Out. And your gaze down or close your eyes. When you're ready, palms down to the mat. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Let your toes point forward. Take a wide-legged fold. Let your head drop down, your chest drop down, your palms underneath your head, or you can grab opposite elbows or opposite ankles. So grab opposite elbows, of course. Your weight leaning forward into your toes, your hips pulling back. Let your palms down on the mat in front of you. Bend into your knees. Let your toes shift out slightly. Come back. Malasana, yogi squat. One more time. Palms into your heart space. Your elbows pressing inside your thighs. And from here, you might even open up your wings. So open up your arms. Let your palms face forward. Maybe allow your chin to reach up towards the ceiling. Having your chest and your throat exposed. Allowing them to be open. Why? You're opening your heart here. You're open to receive. You're open to give. Your throat is open. You're open to speak truthfully, but you're open to listen as well. One more breath. Then palms down to the mat. Send your hips up. Wide-legged forward fold. One last time. If you want some movement in your fold, you can sway your hips side to side. Start to walk your feet in towards each other. Drop down onto your knees. Sit back onto your heels. Slide your palms down, back towards your feet. And move right into lifting your knees off the mat. Stretch out your ankles. Maybe still keeping your chest lifted. Maybe your gaze still lifted. Breathe. Release your palms, come forward. You can tap out your feet. And then come to any side. Allow your legs to come forward. And slowly, in your own way that feels safe to you, you can come down onto your back. Once you come down into your back, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Take a little sway side to side, swaying your knee open towards your right armpit and then across your body. Yes. Just a few times, and then when you're ready, we'll take a full supine twist, guiding your right leg over your body towards the left. And twisting over. Arms open to the sides of your body, no shoulders down. And your gaze can be up or your gaze can be towards the left. And then exhale, bring the softening to your lower half of your chest. When you're ready, roll back onto your back, extend your right leg up towards the sky. Point your toes, flex your feet, hug your thigh in towards your chest, your leg nice and straight. And then slowly lower your right leg down towards the mat. And allow your left knee to come in towards your chest, hug it, sway it side to side, open towards the armpit. Possible. Do that a few times as you like, and then begin to guide your left leg over your body to the right, swing to the other side. Arms open, palms up or down. Maybe gaze is up or towards the right. Your next exhale, softening to your chest, whole body. You're ready. Roll back onto your back. Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Hug your thigh. Point your toe, flex your foot. Leg is straight. Hugging it towards your body. Slowly lower your left leg down towards the mat. Reach your arms overhead, wall to wall stretch. Big breath in. And on your exhale, release into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Make your way anyway. Allow your feet to fall out to the side. Notice your breath in through your nose, out of your nose. Notice your breath in, fill your chest, and then out, release. Notice your breath in, fill your chest, fill your belly. And then release your belly, your chest. One more time, in through your nose, fill your chest and your belly. Then out of your belly, out of your chest. Find a natural breath for you. Enjoy these final moments. Recognizing the stillness that you embody. Though there is movement inside of you, rapid movement, know that stillness exists. Recognizing that around you, that even with the amount of movement that you see around you, recognize where there is stillness and embrace that stillness. Taking a moment to recognize the sounds around you or embracing some silence. You're ready, full breath in through your nose, out of your mouth. Sway your feet side to side, find natural movement. Rub your fingertips on your thumb. Sway your head side to side. Any kind of movement, reach your arms overhead. You're ready, you can roll onto any side. Favorite side. Bicep is a pillow. One more moment of stillness. And then press your palms into the mat and come up into a seat, just like you started. Palms on your knees, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed down your back, gaze is forward, chin is slightly down, eyes are closed or gazing at the ground. Breathe in through your nose, out of your mouth. 2 more in, out. Last one. Palms come into your heart space. The light and love in me honors and sees the light. And love in you, we bring our thumbs to your third eye center. This is your place of all knowing. Take a breath in, send the gaze to the sky above. Exhale, bow. Feel your practice.